broke 2 pairs of bindings last year. I've been wanting to do this video for a while, and I finally got around to actually filming this, but I wanted to talk about what you can expect if you're gonna break stuff over time. Each pair of these bindings, I broke the left on them. I broke them within a week of each other. They were the first gen Rome black labels, and between the two of them, they had hundreds of days on them. These bindings didn't owe me anything, and when I say I broke them, I mean I disintegrated them. Like, these things are just beyond worked. I literally just snapped the thing off. You can see I sheared it right off there. And when I say I disintegrated these, I mean small little pieces of this. Like, it broke, but it didn't catastrophically fail and kill me, which is amazing. I kind of wanted to just talk about that and just go into a little more in depth of what happens when you're doing product reviews using the same pieces of product over and over again, and when it actually does malfunction. The first one that I broke, I was ollieing off a roller. I sent it a little deep to flat. I heard a pop. At first I thought it was just like something in my boot or whatnot, and I went and made another lap, and then I started noticing that I was losing a little bit of response on the heel side turns, and I was like, what the hell's going on? Finally I got down, I grabbed the heel cup and started moving, and I was like, oh, the screw's loose. Okay, fine, whatever, I'll tighten it down. Started tightening it, and the screw was just spinning and wasn't doing anything. And I started looking at it, and I was like, I bet you I cracked this. Go back to the car, loosen the screw, have to hold it in place, take it out. Yeah, I broke it. I sheared it right off. With the second one, this one was even more stupid. It was the end of the day, I was doing a really hard heel side carve, and I just lost control out of my back foot, driving it out of the turn, and I was like, something's off, and I was like, I think I just broke the binding. And I remember looking at TC going, pretty sure I just broke another binding. He's like, you gotta be shitting me. And I was like, no, I think I did. So we get back to the car, and sure enough, this thing is just completely sheared off. Both of them non-catastrophic accidents for me. It wasn't like I impacted, they bent or anything. They were just doing mundane, stupid shit. Did these bindings owe me anything? No, as I already said, like, these things had a couple hundred days on them. Probably each pair actually had about 500 days on them, just because these were my main bindings for testing. But overall, like, it happened. I'm not mad about it. Like, I see people that break shit at 100 days and they're like, this should be warranted for life. And I was like, you got 100 days out of it. If you paid $300, you paid $3 a day to ride it. You know, this was a $500 binding. I got 500 days out of it. I got $1 a day on it. I feel like that's good money's worth. You know, that's good value for what you can get from it. A lot of people don't understand that. If I'd broken these at like 20 days, I'd be fucking pissed. And when I reached out to Rome, they were like, hey, can you send us photos of this? And I was like, yeah, okay. And I sent them photos, and they're like, we've never seen it snap that way, like completely sheared off at the back with a chunk missing out of it. Like I said, these things just disintegrated in there. And so I was like, well, I know that you don't make the chassis exactly like this. Do you have a warranty pair or anything that could just get me through? And they were like, no, we don't. But it was really cool dealing with them. They were really good back and forth. And by and large, from everyone I've talked to that's had to deal with them with warranty, if they get back to you, you're good. You just got to make sure you're getting back to them. 500 days is a hell of a lot of time. Most of you watching this probably won't get 500 days in your lifetime on snow. I hate to say it that way, but that's realistically true. The average amount of days that a person actually goes snowboarding is less than 5 per year now. So if you were trying to get 500 days, you it's 100 years, you'd be dead. And the reason I'm doing this video is it's not to brag that I broke some stuff, because I break shit all the time. It doesn't matter. I just kind of wanted to show you guys what you can expect with that. Like, if something breaks, and everything will break. People don't understand this. You will break something in your lifetime snowboarding, whether it's from use and misuse, abuse, or you just got a faulty product. It happens. There's nothing you can really do about it. I think people get a little too worked up and they cry. Like, I had a guy when I still worked in a shop come in bitching to me that his bindings from 1993, and mind you, this was like 2007, he was bitching that he couldn't find parts for them, and that they kept breaking. And I looked at them and I'm like, dude, you bought these new in 1993. It's 2007. I was like, buy something new. That plastic is turning chalky white. Like, everything has a lifespan on it. 500 days is an exceptional lifespan. You know, especially when you think that most stuff is really designed around 100 days use. This is really unique. And it's one of those things to be able to get 2 pairs that I got 500 days out of. I've had 5 pairs of black labels, and I've broken 3 of them. These 2 were the worst with snapping the chassis. The other one, it was a large, extra large, so even though it fit my boot, I ended up just using it for small parts when I needed it, and I'd snapped a high back. I'd stepped on it, just moving around and stuff, and it had just snapped. Shit happens. Was I pissed? Yeah. Only at myself, not at the equipment. The equipment did what it was supposed to do the whole time I had it. So I took that binding and I just gutted the parts, kept these 2 alive to 500 days. This pair here probably has about 200, 250 days on it. And my other pair that are brand new probably only have about 75 days on them. By and large, like, shit works. Like, you take care of stuff, you can get a long lifespan out of it. But, you know, people will break shit when they do stupid shit. I see it all the time out there on the hill. I'll be looking at it and I'm like, that's going to fucking break. And then it breaks. And then they're like, they come into a shop and they're like, I was just riding along and it broke. No, it wasn't. You were doing something stupid. Like, the rarity that you were just riding along and something broke is very slim. Like, probably less than 1% of people will ever have that. I've seen it. I've seen boards that you're just riding along and they've broken and done stupid shit. Usually it's like a base D-lam or something with bindings. It's usually a bad injection mold. So it's a unibody binding. It's right where they do the injection mold and there's the seam on the heel. They tend to crack in there. Switchback was really notorious with that. When it comes to boards, I think of things like the Arbor Shiloh, just the way the die cut was that came up and around, it would banana peel back. I just don't think it had enough epoxy when it was pressed. So that would banana peel back and become like a giant anchor dragging in the snow. That was one that would happen, but most stuff you're not riding along when it breaks, and it'll give you signs that it's going to go. With these, the heel screw was getting loose about every 6 to 7 days of riding. I could have probably changed out the screws. I just decided, I was like, screw it. I'll just, tighten it down when I'm setting up a board. It's just one extra turn. And what it was telling me was, hey, these are getting loose, they're moving around in there, they're starting to crack, and then every time you tighten it, you're pushing the chassis together to hold this and pinch it. And so when it would pinch, it would start to just amplify those cracks, and that's what it did, And it just went in the most unobnoxious way possible. I literally landed deep and it just went, and this one was a heel side carve. I was just doing a hard heel side carve, disengaged my front foot, bent my knee in and was pushing that board through the turn. Pop. There it went. That was it. Shit breaks. The sooner you realize that and you start treating stuff as tools, not jewels, you're going to have a better time out there. I get you spent a lot of money and you invested into it, and it sucks when things break. But you can fix a lot of this stuff. When you look at Rome, if they were still using this style of one, I could have just gotten a new one of these and popped it right on there, taken the straps off, and I'd be on my way. Just so happened that they were onto the Gen 2, which just is a little bit different. So it doesn't fit on there, so they weren't able to. But also, 500 days. Like, I guarantee you there's nobody working at Rome that's still rocking the same pair with 500 days on them. I think I took these to the furthest extent you could. I don't feel bad about breaking them. Disappointed that I broke them? Yeah, because I really like these bindings, but not mad.